If there's one thing you can expect when you're expecting, it's the unexpected. And the same goes for birthing. It's almost certain to keep you guessing and pivoting, not only in your pushing positions, but in your preferences. So why have a birth plan if birth doesn't always go according to plan? It's actually one of the best ways to sift through the many options birthing parents can consider ahead of that first contraction. There's a choice of music and mood lighting, deciding who cuts the cord and what happens with that cord blood, whether you'd rather ohm your way through labor or have an epidural with your name on it waiting at the door, and who you want by your side. Once you know your options, get them down on paper. How you'd ideally like to birth your baby in your best case birthing scenario, barring any medical emergency. Even if you're having a planned C-section, there may be choices you're able to make, like having a gentle cesarean. Once you've gathered your plan, hopefully several weeks at least before your due date, use it as a conversation starter with your provider. Together, discuss what's likely possible, maybe all of it will be, what's likely a no-go for medical reasons or hospital protocol, and what will have to be TBD until labor progresses or doesn't progress. Ask questions, look for answers, and if what you're hearing doesn't seem reasonable, ask your provider to explain why. Not feeling heard at all or respected, if it's not too late, consider a change in providers. If a switch isn't feasible and you feel like you'll need all the support you can get, think about hiring a doula. Not only can she offer you emotional and physical comfort, but she can act as your advocate and mediate through any medically indicated last-minute changes of plan. Ultimately, your birth plan should also make its way into your chart and your delivery room. To ensure that this happens, bring several printed copies in your hospital bag so there's no confusion about your preferences on your big day.